Given the recent cameo of Fox McCloud in the Super Mario Galaxy movie and the rumors of Nintendo making new Starfox games, I think it's about time I shared my old idea for a new entry in the series. This is Starfox Alliance. The game opens with a mission of the original Starfox team. You play as James McCloud and have squad mates Peppy Hare and Pigma Dengar. It's a traditional on-rails mission with a boss at the end, possibly Andros. Pigma betrays James, sending him into a black hole. Peppy flees and warns Corneria, thus initiating the events of the first game. Then the actual game starts, and we have our first mission with present-day Starfox. Rob64 operates the Great Fox. Fox leads Falco and Slippy on a mission. After the mission, the team rests and Fox has a nightmare. It will be like a regular mission in an asteroid belt, but it gets more and more empty until Fox encounters the giant disembodied head of his father at the end, and he has to fight it like an Andros boss. After Fox wakes up from this nightmare, he'll decide he wants to go out there and find out if his father really is still alive. Fox embarks on a plan to recruit many members to the Starfox team in order to go on what is essentially a suicide mission. This is a classic, linear, on-rails styled Starfox game. The moves the player should be able to do are the same ones found in the Starfox games, which include boost, break, roll, shoot, bomb, etc. There's also all the standard power-ups in the levels, like rings, smart bombs, and lasers. There will be no major faction to fight against, no definitive one bad guy. Instead, there's going to be a bunch of remnants of old factions from throughout the series, such as the Aperoids, Anglars, Andros and Oinkine's armies. Certain planets may have enemies exclusive to them. For example, Ansaria is the only place where you'll be able to fight the Sharpclaw. Throughout the game, there will be different types of missions the player can accept. Heroic missions reward the player with experience points called Renown, and some money. Mercenary missions are the opposite. They reward player with money and some renown. Primary missions are for recruitment, but also reward some money and some renown. Each mission will offer varying amounts of renown and money depending on your score at the end of each mission. Your score is determined by number of deaths, squad mates that made it through, enemies destroyed, objects interacted, items collected, and so on. Missions are only playable once, but the player may go on missions that are the same level, but with different objectives. Say, destroy all the enemies, complete it without using items, find a hidden object. Essentially, they're mission modifiers. These are used for the mercenary and heroic missions. Fox can take 2 pilots with him on each mission, so the player can swap out which ones they want to have with them each time. The player can, however, just skip everything and go straight to the black hole suicide mission. You don't have to recruit anyone or do any heroics or any mercenary stuff. The world map will have all primary missions available from the start. The primary missions are recruitment missions, so the regular levels you play through to potentially recruit a new member to the team. Recruitment missions are just about completing the level. Mercenary and heroic missions have win conditions, such as number of enemies destroyed, destroying all enemies, destroy no enemies, take no damage, and so on. Heroic missions will appear randomly and are only available for 1 turn, so if you skip them, they are gone. These will appear on levels you haven't played yet. The heroic missions only being available for 1 turn is a case of FOMO, or fear of missing out. Every time a player completes a recruitment mission, a mercenary mission will pop up based on that completed mission. If you don't take a mercenary mission after 2 turns, ergo you do 2 other missions instead, then a member of Starwolf will show up to take on the mercenary mission. Now it becomes a case of, I want what he has. Another sort of fear of missing out. If you then let it pass for a 3rd time, ergo do a 3rd mission, the member of Starwolf will collect all of the rewards and the mission will disappear. If you take the mission while the member of Starwolf is taking the mission, then you have to compete for rewards. If you eliminate the member of Starwolf, then you get everything. But if the member of Starwolf survives, then you only get half. There are a limited number of members of Starwolf, a total possible 4. This means that if you have 4 mercenary missions you've ignored, each member can attempt to take one. But if you compete with them on the mission and eliminate them, then that will be 1 less member to compete for mercenary missions. So you could effectively eliminate Starwolf by waiting for mercenary missions just to compete with them and eliminate them.
Mercenary missions will still expire if you skip them for 3 turns, even if Starwolf has been completely eliminated. Each member of Starwolf has their own ship. Wolf and Andrew have the Wolf and One. Leon has the Rainbow Delta. Panther has the Black Rose. And Wolf, for his second and final confrontation, will have the Wolf and Two if you've recruited Andrew. Starwolf will be encountered in the order of Wolf, Andrew if recruited, Leon, Panther, then finally Wolf again. This order then rotates. If a member is eliminated, then they will be removed from the encounter order. If in your playthrough Starfalco forms, then they compete with you on heroic missions, making them even harder, mimicking the mercenary missions. You will compete with them, but unlike Starwolf, you can't actually damage them. They'll just steal your kills, items, rewards. Starfalco will also use their own branded R-Wings. Also, I know it's a bit archaic, but I think a life system would work really well for this game. Because again, it increases replay value. It means you need to be even more careful and deliberate with what missions you choose to take on. If competing with Starwolf on a mercenary mission puts you more at risk for damage and death, or heroic missions are just too hard of a risk, then maybe it's worthwhile to skip them. Save your lives. Every mission you successfully complete will give you an extra life. This means there are a limited number of total lives you can get in the game, but it can be pretty high if you count primary, mercenary, and heroic missions. Recruits brought with you into missions share from the same life pool. That means if they die in mission, then your life counter goes down. Also, I think collectibles, or at least one hidden item in each level, would be a cool idea. I don't know what it would get you, but it's definitely an extra element to add replay value. Missions are unlocked in free play mode after completion. This way players can replay them without affecting the story or having to replay the story just to play them again. Ghost Trials is another mode that tasks the player with competing against the ghost of James McCloud. These are developers' best scores and ranks. Completing all of those challenges would also get you something.
Now that's the basic premise of the game. Fox, in his quest to find his father, can recruit or reject new pilots. There's also various dialogue options where Fox can talk like a mercenary, a hero, or neutrally. There are 7 recruitable pilots and 9 pilots in total. The recruitable pilots are Peppy, Kat Monroe, Amanda, Lucy Hare, Crystal, Dash Bowman, and Bill Gray. Fox starts with Slippy and Falco already on his team, but either of them have the capability to defect from the team, depending on certain circumstances. Each team member will have their own personality based on the games and influence the player on their choices. The player plays as Fox, so his personality is determined by the player's actions. You don't get to converse with the characters outside of recruitment unless they engage with you. Certain characters will chime in during certain conversations, and each character has their own in-mission dialogue. Some examples of recruitment are as follows. After the first mission, Falco tells you that he's thinking about going out on his own. You can either tell him that he's an essential part of the team, let him make the decision for himself, or tell him to get lost and we don't need you. Telling him to get lost will make him leave. Telling him he's essential will make him stay. The neutral option depends on whether or not he made it through the mission or if he went down. You can only recruit Kat Monroe if Falco is on the team. If Falco is not on the team, she will refuse. If Falco is on the team, but not with you at the time, and you let her decide, she will refuse. But Falco will not be mad at you. Falco will be mad if you reject her. If he is on the team with you at the time, and you let her decide, then she will join. If Falco left the team, and you rejected Kat, then they'll form their own team, Starfalco, and recruit Dash Bowman. You can only miss out on recruiting Dash if Starfalco is formed. Falco will also leave Starfox voluntarily if you reject Kat, but you try to recruit Starwolf. The first time you beat Starwolf in a mission, specifically Wolf, you can attempt to recruit him, but it is impossible. He will always reject you. If you do attempt to recruit him, then it will give Starwolf the idea to recruit new members, such as Andrew. Peppy will be acting general throughout the game and the one to give you hero missions. Peppy, near the end of the game, will offer to join you to help on your mission to rescue your father. If you lose and or fail to recruit everyone else, then Slippy defects when you go on the Black Hole mission. Even he knows it's suicidal to go alone. I think there should be more recruitment conditions for characters. Maybe in order to recruit Bill, you have to have completed at least one heroic mission. A different character could be one mercenary mission. Maybe for one of them you have to get an A rank on their mission. One of them you have to impress them by not taking any damage. Just some ideas. It can be tied to gameplay or character interaction. For a few of the characters, I figure Crystal's going to be on Saria, Bill is on Corneria, and Dash is on Venom. Samus and her gunship would also be a fun cameo to recruit. Also Captain Falcon and his Blue Falcon. Money can be used to purchase permanent ship upgrades and power-ups for the next mission you play. I think it makes sense to also incentivize player to play more missions to get a lot of money, so they can save up to buy upgrades for the suicide mission. I don't know how many power-ups you'll be able to stack though. Power-ups include 1-ups, which are extra lives, double shot, which does double damage, shields, which is essentially a second health bar, and smart bombs. Upgrades include charge shot, which you charge to release a stronger shot, boost duration, increase the length of time you can boost for, smart bomb capacity, increases the total number of smart bombs you can hold, ship health, increases the maximum health of your ship, better brakes, brakes can be upgraded from gradual slowdown to an instant stop, ship health, which increases the maximum health of your ship, lock on smart bomb, you charge the smart bombs to lock on, and quick dodge, like a sidestep that shifts the R-wing rapidly to one side. Renown can be exchanged for new cosmetics for ships, outfits for pilots. Example, Fox can have his classic outfit, his one from Adventures, Assault, Command, the polygonal model from 64, the sunglasses like his father's, be blue like his son Marcus at the end of Command, his racing outfit from another Command ending. Ships could include pilotable ships from throughout the series, most notably Starfox Command, as well as alternate color schemes for each. Though I would kind of prefer it just to be the different R-Wings, since the pilots are being recruited to Starfox. It would be cool to see the different variations of just those. Some examples would be the R-Wing 1, the R-Wing 2, the R-Wing variants from Assault and Adventures, the polygonal 64 R-Wing, the polygonal SNES R-Wing, and then the alternate colors like the orange one from Star Fox 2, the black one from the amiibo you get in Star Fox 0. And finally, the endings. On the Black Hole mission, everyone you have recruited will be with you. Depending on what upgrades you have gotten for each pilot, and how well you fly alongside them in the final mission, that will determine who makes it through and who gets eliminated. The Black Hole mission itself could have wacky alternate dimension stuff going on, enemies from previous games, graphics from different console generations. At the end, there should be some kind of Andros-like boss fight, perhaps some celestial James McCloud giant head abomination. There's a few different endings you can get in the game. The ending conditions are recruit everyone, don't recruit everyone makes it, some make it, and only Fox makes it. The best ending. Fox recruited everyone and they all made it through the mission. Fox will end up alone and meet his father, confirming that he's not exactly alive, but not entirely gone either. James will say some comforting and encouraging words to Fox, then they'll probably go into some kind of portal. Fox will make it back out to where the others are waiting, but his dad will be gone. There'll be an extended cinematic with him and the team. The good ending. Fox recruited everyone, but is the only one to make it through the mission. Fox will end up alone and meet his father, confirming that he's not exactly alive, but not entirely gone either. James will say some comforting and encouraging words to Fox, then they'll fly off in an alternate dimensional space together. We'll see everyone else waiting for him on the other side, but he will never arrive, and they will assume he has been lost. Then they disperse. I hope he found what he was looking for in there. The neutral ending is where Fox recruited everyone, but not everyone made it through the mission. Fox goes through some kind of alternate dimensional portal at the end, and arrives back with whoever else is left on the other side waiting for him. He never finds his dad. He hangs his head down in sadness. It seems Fox's dad is lost forever, and now it seems some of his friends are too. The bad ending, the condition being Fox didn't recruit everyone, and some or all make it through. Fox gets lost in the black hole, just like his father, and stuck in an alternate dimensional space.
We'll still see everyone else waiting for him on the other side, but he will never arrive, and they will assume he has been lost. Then they disperse. And the worst ending. The conditions being Fox didn't recruit everyone and is the only one to make it through the mission. Fox gets lost in the black hole and stuck in alternate dimensional space. He doesn't find his father. We don't see what happens to the others. We cut to where they were all supposed to meet after the mission to just show empty space. After completing the game, you'll also be given a different title depending on how you played. Here are some examples. Devoted Son. You only played the recruitment missions and then went straight to the black hole. Death Wish. You skipped the entire game and went straight to the black hole. Mercenary. You did every mercenary mission that was available. True Hero. You completed every heroic mission that was available. Completionist. You completed every mission that was available. Jerk. You rejected every recruit for every mission. Welcome aboard. You recruited everyone. Big Spender. Bought power-ups and upgrades for most missions, etc. You get the idea. And those are my ideas for Starfox Alliance. Originally, I was inspired by Mass Effect, and then also my favorite game in the series was Assault, but I trimmed the ideas down a lot to make it something more like a classic game. So it's maybe not too grand, but I feel like there is a cohesive vision here. So let me know what you think of my idea. If you have ideas for Starfox games of your own, please put them in the comments. I'd love to read them, and I'd love to hear what criticisms and additions you have to my game. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next time.